Quick post-fight review for this fight we had in the World Boxing Super Series tournament between George Groves and Jamie Cox. George Groves defending, of course, his WBA super middleweight title. Well, the first round, Jamie Cox was on the outside, and I thought that was a bad idea, you know what I mean? From what I know, this was my first time seeing Jamie Cox, you know what I mean? But we was on Beats Hangout. He said, this guy's a tough guy. He likes to rough it up. And he was boxing from the outside, and he lost every single second of that first round. He was getting caught with counter punches, combinations, you know? The man was flickering out a jab, Jamie Cox, but he was getting caught with vicious counter punches and left and right hooks. You could tell already from round one that George Groves has the advantage in the hand speed. You know, round two was a whole different story. The man George Groves was on the ropes for most of the fight. Jamie Cox was putting pressure on the man George Groves, you know what I'm saying? He was all up in his grill, hit him with some nice shots, and body shots, just trying to rumble and tumble while he got George Groves on the ropes. George Groves was trying to play possum, trying to counterpunch the guy, you know what I'm saying? And then George Groves in the last minute of round two, he was outboxing the man with 1-2 combinations, quick hand speed in the middle of the ring, you know what I mean? So that fight was that round was basically like a swing round, which I gave to Jamie Cox because he was the more active puncher, and I thought he did land more punches. But you could already tell from round one and round two that the more clean, effective punches and more cleaner, more beautiful eye-telling shots were going to George Groves. Round three, Jamie Cox tries to do the same thing, tries to put pressure on the guy, on George Groves, but George Groves is just basically hitting him with beautiful combinations, straight to the head, rocking the head. The man heads, Jamie Cox heads back, and right in between all them punches, the man, what's his name? Jamie Cox tried to throw a right hand over the top. George Groves blocks it with his left glove and throws a vicious right uppercut punch right in the man's gut, right in the man's solar plexus, right there, you know, right there in the middle of a man's stomach. And the man, Jamie Cox, went down. He folded up. He got hit like how Bud Crawford hit the man Julius Ndongo right in the gut, you know what I'm saying? Folded him up. The man, Jamie Cox, took his 10 count, and it was a wrap. Game over. The fight's over. George Groves win this fight in 3 rounds, you know what I'm saying? You know, I'm sorry, in 4 rounds, excuse me. You know what I mean? This was a very good, entertaining fight for the few minutes that it lasted. You know what I'm saying? But George Groves moves on, and as you can see already in the flick right here, that the man George Groves will be facing Chris Eubank in a big fight that's going to be happening in the UK sometime next year, probably February, January, sometime them times next year. You know, that's going to be a big fight in the UK, and whoever comes out of this fight will become a star, especially in the super middleweight tournament. I was telling the fellas on the hangout, man, fellas like Jamie, what's the guy's name? Jesse Hart from Philly. He should have been in this tournament, man. He probably could have got a chance to go to the semifinals or maybe the finals. You know what I mean? You know, not a lot of American fighters are in this tournament. You know, the Uska Gay, he's not in this tournament. The Durrell brothers, David Benavidez, James DeGale. This is an opportunity, too, James DeGale is missing out on. Chris Eubank, if he's not already a bigger star than James DeGale in the UK, he's getting his opportunity now, and he's getting an opportunity at a world title shot at George Groves. Very entertaining fight. George Groves went 4 rounds. Eubank went 3 rounds last week with Yavni Aldarim. And it's on, baby boy. Can't wait to see this fight, man. This was a very good prelude to what we're going to experience with these two guys fighting next year. George Groves, Chris Eubank Jr. Be March Boxing. Leave your thoughts and comments. I'm gone.